When the Ark of the Covenant and the power of God present over the ark's mercy seat between the cherubims was made manifest on the third day after the Philistines had taken the Ark of God, put it in the temple of their god Dagon, the head and hands were broken off, and something interesting happened. The Bible tells us that in 1 Samuel chapter 5, verse 5, that because the head and the hands of their false god had been broken off their idol and had fallen on the threshold of the entrance into that temple, that they made a law that neither the priests of Dagon nor any that come into Dagon's temple would tread on the threshold of Dagon in Ashdod unto this day. So the Philistines knew something supernatural had happened. They couldn't deny it. They didn't understand it, but they honored it. Even though it exposed their God as a powerless fraud, they couldn't ignore the presence that shattered their temple. In desperation and awe, they reverenced a divine victory that they couldn't explain. And in doing so, they actually preserved a testimony of God's glory breaking into the midst of their ignorance, his power invading enemy ground, and his name being exalted even in a place that was once dedicated to darkness. The God of glory shook that temple and took it over. And it happened on the third day in the morning. What a picture. Just like the ark had overturned Dagon's temple on the third day, Jesus Christ rose from the dead on the third day in the morning. And when he rose, he didn't just walk out of a grave. He shattered the gates of hell. He dethroned every lie, and he sat down to rule. The enemy thought that they had him contained, confined, and conquered. But Jesus, like the ark in the house of Dagon, surprised the devil and all of hell. He entered the enemy's stronghold, a tomb of death, walked into the very place where death reigned, and turned it into his own throne room. Dagon bowed, death broke, and hell trembled. And Jesus sits to reign where the enemy once ruled, and every false power must fall before him. He didn't visit the enemy's temple. He conquered it. He claimed it and transformed it into a sanctuary of his dominion. The ark turned Dagon's house into a stage for divine victory. Jesus turned the cross and the grave into the throne of triumph. He takes the weapons of the enemy, what once brought death to Israel, what once condemned us in sin, and he swallows it up in resurrection power. Romans 8 says there's no condemnation to those who are in Christ Jesus. Why? Because Jesus didn't ignore sin. He condemned it. He judged it, defeated it, and rendered it powerless. He turns graves into gardens, bones into armies, and rivers into highways.